Lesson 64, Part A, Simplifying Complex Fractions. These kind of exercises are very easy. We just have to go step by step. And what you need to see here is that we have an addition of a number or a fraction plus another fraction, and then that fraction has an addition in the denominator as well. So what we're going to do is work like an onion. We're going to go layer by layer. So the first thing we're going to do is that one. So I'll put here a 1. Then we'll do the division in the fraction. So that's the second step. And then we're going to include the a, which is another addition. So let's start with step number 1. So I'm going to rewrite here. I'll just do it going to the right. So the first thing we're going to do is leave the a plus the 1 in the same way. And then we're going to look for common denominator for 1 over b plus x. Since the x has a 1, we just have to multiply times b, both the top and the bottom. So we're going to end up with 1 plus xb. Now that is over b, which is the common denominator. So we did number 1. Now we're going with the second layer. The second layer is a division of fractions. So I can erase this 1 and then put a 1 over 1. And we're ready to do the division, and I'll just do this way that we learned before. So we have a plus, and we multiply 1 times b, which is b, and then on the bottom I have the 1 plus xb. Now notice, that's step number 2. We are ready for the last one, step number 3, which is again an addition with different denominators that we have to make the same denominator. So we'll multiply by 1 plus xb. If we multiply that with distributive property, we're going to have a plus axb plus b, and all of that over 1 plus xb. And that's it. There's nothing else we can do, and that's our answer. So again, remember, this is by layers. We start with the denominator that we need to do, common denominator to do that addition. Then the second layer is simplifying that complex fraction. And the last layer, in this case, would be adding the a, which we need to do common denominator as well. Let's look at another example. So in this case, we have the same, an addition of two fractions, and in one of the fractions, we have another addition in the denominator. So just so that we remember, I'm going to write here, this is step 1, this is step 2, and then when we do the last one is our step 3. So just work in order, and it's going to be very easy. First, we keep the first fraction the same, and I'm just going to write here 4 over 1, because 4 is the same as 4 over 1. And then we're going to do the common denominator, which again, in this case, if we have x over 1, we just have to multiply times x and x because we want denominator x. And that's going to be x squared plus b. Now that we have the fraction ready, we simplify step 2 by multiplying the 2 on the outside and the 2 on the inside. So let me copy this other one again. A over x plus 4 times x, 4x, and then in the denominator we have x squared plus b. The last step is going to be to do common denominator with the two fractions so that we can add them. In this case, the common denominator is multiplying both of them. So x times x squared plus b. When I do that, I multiply here by the parentheses x squared plus b, and I do it also on the top. And then the one here, we have to multiply times x, and I also do it on the top. And again, if we simplify that, we're going to have distributive property, ax squared plus ab plus 4x squared. And that's it. Very, very simple. Look at it. It's just 3 steps. Very, very simple. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if not, I'll just see you in the next lesson.